The difference with this team, as I've said before, is its confidence and its ability to shoot the ball. When we shoot it, obviously we're a different basketball team. The same threes we had against UTEP, TCU, Santa Barbara, Idaho. Same shot, same offense, same players. The results are we played with a little bit more confidence in this game, and I thought we shot the ball well and we played well. There's a lot we still need to clean up. I thought we had way too many turnovers, but it was a better performance just because our confidence was better. Not so much the execution, but the confidence to knock down shots when they're given to us. And obviously we're going to have to go to a whole another level to get ready for next week's opponent in Gonzaga up in Spokane.
Ernie, how much of this team's confidence is dictated by how Devontae is playing?
I don't want to put that pressure on Devontae because he cannot carry us by himself. It's dictated by the ability to see basketball plays and make basketball plays. I thought, again, as I've had in several games, even in scoring 91 points, we left a lot of points out on the floor because we left a lot of basketball plays on the floor. So Devontae, he just needs to make sure he doesn't force stuff and play within himself. And when he does that, he's pretty good. But he can't do this by himself. He needs other players to step up and be on their games. They don't need to score. He's not going to score 31 every night. But other guys need to be able to get 10, 12 points here or there. I think that takes a lot of pressure off of him. But obviously when he scores, he's shooting the ball well. It makes us all feel good.
It seemed like Aaron and Jordan took your message to heart. What did you see them bring today?
I thought with Jordan in his case, I just felt like he played with a tremendous amount more energy and confidence. That word is, again, for a fifth-year senior, you would think he would be extremely confident, but yet all of these players, for what they've been through the last couple of years, the players, returning players, they're fragile at times, and you really have to be careful with how much you yell at them. At one point in time, I turned around and told somebody in the crowd to quit yelling because I'm yelling at them enough. And my assistants need to put their arms around them too because you need to hold them accountable, but they have to have confidence as well too. In Aaron's case, you can see where he could be a difference maker in terms of his quickness and the speed of the game. He needs to understand, though, that there's a lot more that has to be done at the most important position on the floor, and that's comprehending exactly what we need to do offensively.
You took a second half timeout less than a minute in to the second half. What were you seeing there? What prompted you to call timeout so early?
Sometimes you need a timeout to strategize. Sometimes you need a timeout to get attention. That was a get attention timeout there because it wasn't what I saw, it's what I didn't see. I didn't see what we talked about in the locker room coming out. I didn't see what we talked about in the huddle coming out, and a lot of that had to do with my point guard that was out on the floor at the time, and I had to have a little personal sidebar conversation with him.
What do you need to see out of your press breaker?
Attacking. We need to attack a lot more. I didn't think we were too passive. We were trying to set up. If you break a press and set up, I'm going to continue to press you. Mm-hmm. If you break a press and go score, I'm going to take the press off of you. We need to go score against the press more. And we need to work on that. We worked on it in practice. We did not execute it well, but you need to attack. Anytime the team presses you and have numbers in the backcourt, you need to attack them because you've got numbers on them going the other way. We did not do that nearly enough tonight.
Do you coach with a number, kind of a rule or a key about how many passes you'd like to have before the ball crosses half court?
The only thing you're going to hear me say is go score. There's no rule, no pass, nothing. Go score the ball because normally you should have one or two in the backcourt and you should be transitioning to go score the ball.
Dexter seemed a little flustered there as being the middle guy on that. Couple turnovers, couple bad passes there on the press break. Is there something you saw there specifically, or is he just rushing it a little bit?
He was always on the right side of the floor, so I think he was a little right-brained. Kind of like the questions come from the right side of the room, give me a little right brain. How about some questions from the left side of the room? But you're right, he was a little frustrated. We had to get him. And again, a guy like Dex has to be an attack mode. He's got to get attacking. You can't be passive and want to hold and set up. Just go play the game and everything, make basketball plays. We didn't do that enough. That's something we can clean up, and we'll clean it up before we play again on Wednesday.
2 assists from Trevor Dunbar tonight. Just what did you see out of him tonight?
I think the rhythm of the game, I think the score of the game gave him an opportunity to come in calmer and play with more confidence and kind of have some fun and getting after it. And he's probably, along with Jackie Davis, been the two players that have struggled the most in our program. So it was nice to see both of them get on the floor. And it was nice to see Trevor have some success and have some fun, because this game is about fun when it's all said and done. And maybe now more energy comes, more focus comes, and we can play them more. Because the way Nye's playing and the way Ike is playing off the ball, it'd be nice to have another point guard there that you can back up.
Speaking of having fun, take me through Jordan's dunk. That was pretty spectacular.
You know, I think the biggest thing about the dunk, and I'll say it this way, we've always told our players, at some point in time, you got to come join the party, and you got to bring something with you when you come. And I thought in his case, it was nice to see the response of the players, because he's another player that has not had a lot of success in practice or in the games. He's not played a lot. He could have got his head down. He's worked extremely hard the last few days, and hopefully this can get him going, because we need him. We need him because next week that team is huge. We're going to play so many teams that are big. We can't play small ball with that size on the floor. So he's a player that needs to continue to develop. You think he would be there already. He's not there, but we need for him to get there and help us this year.
Do you
We have
think
time for
that,
2 more questions. So.
do you think that dunk was maybe taking out some of the frustration from earlier in the year and just taking it out on that play?
No, there's a situation in practice yesterday. We got tangled up with another player with the frustration left. So the dunk was an explanation point. I think that the steam was already blown off, and he just needs to go play. He's not worried about anything and just play. And sometimes you guys don't understand with young people how many things are in their ear, and the noise that's in their ear and in their head. And they just need to free up their backpack, free up their head, and go play and go have fun. And that's the significance of that play. That was a fun play. And my thing when I came to the locker room, isn't that fun? Well, just go have fun all the time. What's wrong with it? So hopefully he will.
Aaron has only played a couple minutes the last 2 games, but he's been one of your first subs off the bench. What do you see his role as, and what does he need to do to get a longer leash?
I think, and I don't want to use the word longer leash, but I'll use the word in terms of getting more minutes. He just needs to bring more intensity and consistency also in practice. Basketball is about giving confidence, but it goes both ways. Players give the coaches confidence, and then the coaches turn around and give the players more confidence. And it is a hand-in-hand working situation. And the more confidence he gives me, the more confidence I can give him. The more I give him, the more he should give me. And that's where he is right now. He's one of those guys that needs to. He was really, really good coming out of JC. He's in the transition stage right now, and he hasn't clicked yet for him, but I fully expect it to.
Thanks.
Okay?